Good morning, children. It's a pleasure to get to see you all again. Miss is going to give 5 seconds. Quickly grab your 4B notebook and keep it ready. Your time starts now. Okay, hope you got ready for the class. A quick recap from a previous class. We had learnt about function of flower, function of fruit and function of seed. Okay, so what are we going to learn today? We are going to learn something interesting today. Hope you will like it. Yes, so where do we get food from? Yes, we get food from plants. And how does plants produce food? Does it produce food on their own? Yes. With the help of photosynthesis, it prepares its food. And what do animals eat? Yes, it either eats plants or animals, right? Somehow we depend in the ecosystem. So we all live in an ecosystem and we depend each other. For example, we depend on plants for food. And rabbit eats the carrot, right? And fox will hunt the rabbit. After fox dies, it gets buried and it gives nutrients for the soil, and then the plant will grow with the help of it. It will absorb those nutrients, right? So it's like a cycle, and this cycle is called as food chain, right? So today's topic is about food chain. Let's see some more examples. Zebra eats the grass and lion hunts the zebra. Okay, one more example. Grasshopper eats the grass and rat eats the grasshopper, and then owl hunts the rat, right? So this is one example for food chain. And the other one, cow eats the grass and lion hunts the cow. So the energy flow from one living to the another living thing. Okay, and this process is called as food chain. The path of energy flows from one living thing to another living thing is called as food chain. The path of energy. For example, zebra gets energy by eating the grass, and lion gets energy by hunting the zebra. Okay, and this food chain involves 3 biotic components. Let's see it one by one. Okay, so there are 3 biotic components of an ecosystem. The first one is producer, the second one is consumer, and the third one is decomposer. So what is meant by producer? Plants are called as producer. Why it is called as producers? Because it prepares its own food. How does it prepare its own food? With the photosynthesis process. Okay, so it gets light from sunlight, and it gets air. It takes in carbon dioxide and it gives out oxygen, and then it takes up the water and it absorbs all the nutrients from the soil. Okay, and plants is the only one which produce energy on its own. That's why it is called as producers. For example, that's why it is called as producers. Okay, and the next one, consumers. The word consumers itself is explainable. It consumes the food. Animals are called as consumers. Why it is called as consumers? Because it depends on the producers. Okay, they do not produce their own food, but they do depend on the other living thing. Okay, for example, giraffe eats the grass. So Giraffe is a consumer because it consumes the grass. Okay, right. And there are three types of consumers. The first one is herbivore. The second one is carnivore. And the third one is omnivore. Let's see it one by one. Why we call it as herbivore? They eat only plants. For example, animals like cow, deer, giraffe, horse and zebra. They eat grass. They eat only plants, and that's why it is called as herbivorous animals. And the second type is carnivorous animals. Why do they call us carnivorous animal? Because they eat only animals. They eat only meat items. Okay. For example, lion, cheetah, lynx, dolphin and snake. These animals are called as carnivores. And the third type is omnivores. They eat both plants and animals. For example, we the human beings, chimpanzee, monkey, bear and dog. Okay. And then the last type of biotic component is decomposer. They feed on dead plants and animals. Okay. And they bring up the nutrients from the soil. Suppose if a plant dies, it gets decomposed under the ground, right? And the decaying matter converts into nutrients. They fertilize the soil. Then if you sow the seed, the plants will absorb those nutrients. Okay, and decomposers is very important thing when it comes for plants. For example, fungi, worm, bacteria and snail also. So we have seen about three biotic components, producer, consumer and decomposer. And consumer consists of three types of animals in it. Okay. Herbivore, carnivore and omnivore. Let's get back to the examples which we have discussed earlier. Zebra eats the grass and lion hunts the zebra. So plant is a producer, consumer or decomposer. It is a producer, and zebra and lion is a consumer. Okay, and zebra comes under herbivore, carnivore or omnivore. It comes under herbivore. Why it comes under herbivore? It eats plant. Okay, and then what about lion? It eats animals, right? So it comes under carnivore. Okay, that's for today's class, children. A quick recap from the beginning. Okay, so what is meant by food chain? The path of energy that flows from one living thing to the other living thing. And then we had learnt about three biotic components in an ecosystem. Producer, consumer and decomposer. These three makes up a food chain. Okay, and consumer, inside the consumer, there are three types of animals in it: herbivore, carnivore and omnivore. And we are indicating that arrow no in the food chain. It always goes from left to right. Okay, you should not change the arrow sign because it's very important. It shows the one energy gets transferred to the other energy. So that arrow represents the transfer of energy. Okay, let's quickly do some activities. Quickly take out your notebook and write only the answer. Okay, children, the first one. The pictures have been given to you. Just quickly write it in the correct, arrange the pictures in the correct format. Okay, just write the names of animals and mention the correct arrow mark. Okay, your time starts now. Arrange the pictures in the correct format to make up a food chain. Quickly do. No need to draw. You can just write the name of the animal and draw the arrow mark correctly. Finished, children? Yes. So here is the answer. Just check up your answers. Very good work. The next one. Write the 3 components involved in food chain. Write the 3 biotic components in an ecosystem. These 3 is involved in a food chain, right? Yes. So write the 3 biotic components that involves in an ecosystem. Finish writing, make it fast. Yes, very good children. So just check the answer here. Did you get the right answer? Very good. So what is the 3 biotic component? Producer, consumer and decomposer. These 3 makes up a food chain. So that's for today's class. We are going to call our favorite friend. What's her name? Yes, Jennifer. Okay. She has something to say with you. Listen to it carefully. Hi children. How are you all? Hope you're doing great. Go through the textbook pages and watch the video clip which we are sending it to you. And play the quizzes. Okay, it will be very interesting. And don't forget to write your worksheet and post it in the Google Classroom. Okay, children? And don't forget to watch the Khan Kids videos regularly. I know you are all smart kids and you will do your work correctly. Okay, children. Bye-bye. See you in the next class. Okay, children. We have come to the end of today's class. See you in the next class with another interesting topic. Till then, take care and stay safe. Bye-bye, children.